Hey you guys. Hey you guys, it's Day, and I'm here for a very quick, very concise review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season Sweet 16, baby. Sweet 16, episode 1. They're back after a long ass time of being away. I'm back after a very long time of being away, and I'm excited to be back, you guys. I'm excited to come back 2025. Just trying to build my channel back up, basically. But I just want to say that I personally feel like this season was actually pretty good. Like, I really enjoyed it. This opening, it felt fresh. The way they were able to um incorporate Shamia, a old character who was historically a friend of the show, and to have her like feel fresh and new. Like, we see her big ass house, we saw her family, just she just checked off all the boxes: mansion, kids, car, everything was so nice, and she's the nucleus of the group. I like that they did that instead of making it Portia the obvious choice. And it worked. It worked. It really, really worked, you guys. I'm impressed with Shamia. The Portia and Simon situation, it just gave stale and old. It really did Portia a disservice having all of her storyline play out online, because I just feel like I know everything. We know everything. Like it's old. I was like, come on, like, can we get something new? And I feel like this is gonna be Portia's storyline, so it's just like nothing's gonna be new. And I feel like that's gonna really that's gonna really put a damper on Portia, in my opinion. Let's see what else. I really like Kelly, you guys. Kelly, I think, is going to be my favorite newbie. I like the fact that her story and her claim to fame is not tied to a man or who she's married to, but rather an empire that she's built on her own. She's from Baltimore. I'm from Maryland as well. So it's like, I'm loving that. Of course, she's a single mom with 2 kids, and she's trying to build her waffle empire. Like, she has her own. Her house, her townhouse is very nice. I like what she did for her daughter, and I just felt like she threw shade, but it wasn't for shade. It was shade that I feel like is realistic, you know? I'm sorry, Portia, but we're not going to pretend like people, the whole world was like, why did you still not steal that man from that girl? And I don't care what anybody say. Portia has said how she's shocked that it ended. You did not know that man, Portia. She did not know him, you guys. She did not know him. She didn't know him. And I feel like, personally, you didn't know him. So you didn't know that he was a fucking evil rat. She married a rat and didn't know he was a rat because he was pretending that he wasn't a rat, basically. And I just feel like, sorry, this is your karma. This is your karma. And it is what it is. I like Portia. She always is a phoenix who rises from the ashes. So I don't expect nothing less. I feel like she will eventually rise from the ashes with this too. But at the same time, Portia, you gotta eat this, mama. You gotta eat it. Because you rushed into that marriage with that man because you were keeping up with the Shamias. You thought you had a Gerald. You thought you were going to end up like Shamia, and you did not. Sorry, Portia. You thought, and you were wrong. Moving on. This episode, I feel like I get it. This was Shamia's episode, but I feel like they could have took off some minutes from Shamia and gave it to Kelly. Not Kelly. Gave it to Britt and Angela, because I felt like we didn't really get to see Britt or Angela. We got a little bit more of Britt, like during the dinner. She revealed that she dated Dennis. At this point, who didn't date Dennis? Did I date Dennis? I don't know. Maybe. No, I didn't. It's just like, it's crazy that Dennis is just like, all, I'm like, who didn't he try to DM in Atlanta? Like, he's that thirsty. And honestly, I'm embarrassed for Portia. You ended up having a kid with the guy who was DMing everybody, basically. What else? Brit, she was doing like men's magazines when she was underage and in high school, and then everybody was acting like that was normal. I was waiting for somebody to be like, "Girl, why were you doing men's magazines when you were in high school?" But everybody just glazed over that like that was normal. So I was like, "Well, if they like it, I love it, I guess." Brit, I don't know. I feel like Brit is thirsty. Britt was giving real thirsty, y'all. And my thing is, I don't get how. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward to Shamia's party. When Kenya was asking about the rings and stuff like that, she was not trying to be shady. She was just trying to get to know her, trying to get the tea, but it wasn't giving malicious or shade. And I feel like this show is already trying to create a narrative when it comes to Kenya, and I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And I feel like this show is fucking so fucking trifling. I'm not fucking with her not having a confessional. Unless she comes out and says that she refused to do a confessional, I'm not fucking with it. Cause I feel like with her not having a confessional, that gives the show room to create a narrative against her without her being able to defend herself. Cause we know we're going to get Britt's point of view, but we won't get Kenya's. And I'm not feeling that, you guys. I'm not feeling that. Angela's giving me, my storyline is going to be the fact that I was married to Charles Oakley, and it's just like, yeah, we're happy that you're a housewife and you have a man, but what about Angela Oakley? Because all we was given was Charles Oakley, to the point where Charles was like, he was like kind of like uncomfortable, like, y'all don't gotta, like, she was doing a lot. I'm like, come on, Angela, you coming off real thirsty, baby. It's coming off real thirsty. But I feel like ultimately I will end up liking Angela. I do. I think she's gonna be kind of quirky, kind of funny, kind of kooky. Andy said that she gives like Sheree vibes. I can't wait to see about that. I like Sheree for the most part, so I'm sure I'll like Angela for the most part. This whole Drew and Dennis storyline, it's not giving real to me. It's giving manufactured. It's giving fake. It really is, and it's really unfortunate. I personally feel like Drew maybe should not have been asked back this season. Because it's just like, because this is what we getting, and it's just like, even with Portia's energy towards Drew and like being mad at Drew, it's giving fake too. Because how are you pretending to be mad at Drew, but Dennis invited you to Drew's party? So if they were really dating or doing anything like grimy, he wouldn't have invited you. Like, you admitted that Dennis invited you to the party. So I'm just like, what's tea? Like, I don't know. Back to the drawing board with that. And I like Drew, but I'm just like, I'm not feeling this storyline in particular, though. I don't know, you guys. Overall, I do feel like the show, it was a good episode. I'll give it an 8 out of a 10. It would have been a 10 maybe if Kenya got confessionals. 2, if Drew came with a different storyline than Dennis, because it's just feeling real, I don't know, it's giving like real fake and manufactured. Portia, we all know Portia's storyline. It's been in the blogs for years at this point. Kenya being full time would have been cute. That would have been sweet. Them giving Britt and Angela more screen time would have been cute for the opening episode. I'm not gonna promise that I'm gonna be with the show the whole time. All I'm gonna say is that I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance, and if it's not keeping my attention by episode, actually, I'm gonna stick around until Kenya leaves. If if Kenya leaves and I feel like it's nothing else for me with the show, then I'm gonna leave with Kenya.